WSHIT is proud to have conducted a county-wide search for our brand new reporter, Jason Mangler. Today's Jason's first day on the job, and we sent him out for a fun one. Went out to the Thanksgiving Day parade to talk to all the folks around the big Christmas tree there in City Center. Jason filed this report earlier this afternoon.
And that's a pleasure. That's all I can say. I've never been on television before. I hate myself this, but mother, wherever you are, I just hire mom, you know. Many of us love our mothers. That's a great day in America. Oh, I could never say. What is gratitude is a hard thing to understand. And I just nobody, and I'm proud of that. Very proud of that, you know. Everybody needs 100 zillion friends except me, you know. The whole joke is, oh sure, 400 friends at once. That's where I'm wrong. And I'm not with the mob, really. Do to hell. Oh, hell. I believe in Sicilianos. The best wine in the world comes from California. Ask Ronald Reagan. He's got a ranch in California. The best wine in the nation. Don't get near the white wine. Those are really, I love them.
Didn't understand a damn word, but it seems like Jason's having fun here at WSHIT. We'll be back after this commercial break.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
Well, they started off in downtown Atlanta where the Braves used to be, and then they're heading up to Cobb County where they are currently 20 miles away. When they go this 4 miles, by my estimation, 68 miles per fucking hour downtown.
There were some people online that were like, welcome to Formula One racing with the Braves parade.
I think they couldn't quite get the security plan together, so they were like, just go real fast.
Just go.
Just
go and wave.
And I mean go real fast, because they were going real fast. You couldn't see anything. It was like...
They were there it must have been 5 seconds that it passed this one person. So it's like, boom.
The whole parade,
it was done.
17 cars, 5 seconds and it was done.
House of Salon, Salon Suites Consulting Services. So 21 years ago, I had a vision. I had
a vision. What if I could rip people off in my sleep? What if I could build buildings just like I do with my Play-Doh in my free time in real life? And then put little fake Lego chairs in there and rent them out to unsuspecting hair salons.
It was a vision.
It was a vision. Roofing disadvantaged franchise.
Umbrellas.
Mickey Mouse ponchos taped together. Frankie.
Oh my god. My stomach hurts. Oh my god.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
I am Bryan Green. This is Chris and Hoadley, and
Happy holidays.
Best to you, Krissy.
Best to you, Bryan.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. How the hell are you? It's been we took a week off in the studio, and now we're back, and the studio is shitty as ever. So there you go. The studio is just as broken as it was when we left. No one came in to magically fix my studio, and I'm really kind of upset about it. But that's okay. We'll get it fixed eventually.
The studio fairy didn't come?
Oh, man, I'm telling you what. I got headphone problems. I got microphone problems. We're occasionally just glitchy on the screen, which is, super interesting to watch yourself just kind of stop in slow motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can see that it's recording over there.
Like
so
that.
I guess that's what, you like. Hey, that's a great picture of you and me. Oh, my God. It's probably a reminder that we should just look at the camera.
Just look at the camera.
And stop fucking around. Hey, how the hell are you? Welcome to another edition of The Commercial Break. And let's get right into it. I went to the World Series.
Yes,
now,
you did. I'm so jealous.
I realized the World Series, for those of you listening, was a couple of weeks ago. It all ended, last week, I guess, on, November 2nd, right? November 2nd, 10:26 p.m., as Joe Buck made the call. The Atlanta Braves overcome all the obstacles to become... He could have said something so much more... I like Joe Buck, and I'm not a Joe Buck hater like a lot of people are. Joe Buck. But he could have said something, I think, a much more, I don't know,
Well, I don't think anybody expected us really to win.
Well,
so.
I mean, we were up 3-2. Somewhere in his
head. But before
head.
that.
Okay, so before that, no.
Yeah.
On paper, the Braves just had a magical season.
They did.
That's just it. And I think
that was super fun.
A lot of championship...
A lot of late nights staying up.
A lot of championship teams I think, now we're in slow motion. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, for any of you wondering what we're talking about, we have a screen here that shows the camera feed that's coming out. And it's just decided to go into slow motion for some reason.
I kind of like it.
For some reason, to me, championship teams oftentimes have magic. It's not necessarily about how good or bad they are. It's about how they perform in that last month or month and a half or in the March Madness or Super Bowl or whatever it happens to be.
This is true.
Those underdog teams end up being the ones that everybody roots for because they recognize that even though they're not that good on paper, they're really good right now. They're doing what it takes.
Exactly.
Destiny is on their side. And I think that a lot of people across the country, even though we're local here in Atlanta, a lot of people across the country can relate to the Braves. TBS showed them for a long time nationwide. They're one of the first, cable superstations or whatever you call it. So a lot of people grew up with the Braves, especially those here in the Southeast and in places where they didn't have a professional baseball team. Consider the Braves their team.
Yep.
And so the Braves were not particularly special this year. They, quite frankly, they had a lot of injuries, and I didn't even pay attention until well after the All-Star break had stopped.
Yeah.
But then they won the World fucking Series.
Well, I think they made some moves. They made some trades.
They did. They made some trades and they made some moves.
It all worked out.
They were sleeping with people in hotel rooms to get cocaine. I don't know if that part of the story is true, but I heard it.
I might want to fact check that.
I heard it on social media.
Oh, well, then that's true.
It must be true.
It must be true.
So I get a rare opportunity, probably one that you only get once in a lifetime, and that is to go to the World Series.
Yeah.
My brother calls, and he took me to the National League Championship game, the one where they clinched.
And they won.
And I have never in my life been to a live event as wild as that game was. At one point, after a home run was hit, the stadium was rocking. I could feel it under my feet moving. I could feel it moving under my feet.
Yeah.
And everybody around us kind of mentioned it. They were like, oh my God, is the stadium actually moving? It was moving. It was that exciting. It was deafening. The crowd was deafening. Every pitch, everything. Then Kevin says when they get into the World Series, after they clinched, he says, if I can get tickets, we're all going.
Yeah.
And
it was you and your brothers.
It was me and my brothers. And we went on Saturday night, and I'm telling you what, we won.
I think you might have been the good luck charm.
Well, thank you. I'd like to think so. Since I'm not a good luck charm in any other part of my life, I might as well be for the Braves.
Take it for the Braves.
That's right. You might want to think about giving me season tickets, Braves. I mean, listen, we worked for the Braves for a long time. We went to every single home game. We were not a lucky charm for them at that point.
We were a lucky charm for the bar.
I think we were like the drunk Irish uncle is what we were. Yeah. Yes, we were the lucky charm for the bartender who made big tips every time we walked in. Here come those Clear Channel idiots. With their open tab and we didn't pay for a fucking drink, but for some reason I felt every Bud Light deserved a $20 bill. I was like, oh, the drinks are free. Here you go, buddy. It made no sense whatsoever. None. Why was I giving a $20 bill to the bartender?
That was nice.
Oh my God, totally. How much money and time I wasted at that stadium. I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but they weren't winning any championships back then. I mean, so the Braves, they did it.
They're good. They've always been pretty good.
Yeah, they've always managed to squeeze in there. I think they've been to the playoffs, most every year for the last 25, 26 years, right? 30 years, actually. Last time they won was in 95, and 26 years later they win again. But what was really kind of interesting to me is the game was awesome. It was great. What was really kind of interesting to me is then they do this parade, which you're just showing me. I just saw this, but they did this parade.
Well, they split the parade to because the Braves used to be in downtown Atlanta, right? That's where the stadium was. Then they moved it a few years ago out to
the burbs.
The burbs, right outside of the perimeter of the city.
Yeah, it's hard to explain, but just know that 20 miles outside of city center, still in the metro Atlanta area, but considered the suburbs technically.
Yeah. It's basically halfway between northern Georgia and then downtown. So I think they thought it was a good way to get more people, and I think that's how it's worked out well.
Let's be honest. It's a good way to get more white people.
So
that's what it was all about.
Might be.
Yes.
But so anyways, they did a half parade in downtown and then half parade up at the new stadium in Cobb County. And
yes,
they went very fast through downtown.
By my estimation,
speeding to get to Cobb County.
By my estimation, 60 miles per hour. So they closed down Peachtree, and they're estimating 1 million people are going to be along the parade route. Yeah. So Peachtree Street, you must know that it's a big running joke that for anybody that doesn't live in Atlanta, Peachtree, everything's ever off of Peachtree. And it's true. Everything is named Peachtree, whatever. Peachtree Street runs right down the heart of Atlanta, and it's like, and all the big buildings are on it. So they closed down like 4 miles of Peachtree Street so that people can go on the sidewalks and watch. Well, they hire these double-decker buses and these vans and these, people in the back of, it's a parade. It's just like a dumb parade where everybody waves, and I don't even know why who knows? Just like everybody can say hi to their championship.
Yeah.
Well, they started off in downtown Atlanta where the Braves used to be, and then they're heading up to Cobb County where they are currently 20 miles away. When they go this 4 miles, by my estimation, 68 miles per fucking hour downtown.
There were some people online that were like, welcome to Formula One racing and the Braves parade.
I think they couldn't quite get the security plan together, so they were like, just go real fast.
Just go. Just go and wave.
And I mean go real fast, because they were going real fast. You couldn't see anything. It was like...
They were there with, it must have been 5 seconds that it passed this one person. So it's like, boom.
The whole parade.
It was done.
17 cars, 5 seconds and it was done. Now listen, you drive down Peachtree Street on a Saturday night and you're regularly going to see like people going 100 miles per hour down in their Lamborghinis. I think the buses were traveling faster than most people do on a Saturday night down Peachtree. I mean, that was fast. I was surprised.
It was pretty funny.
Everyone was saying,
apparently
did you
they slowed down when they got to Cobb County.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're home. It's safe now. I mean, it's just such the microcosm is the macrocosm. You get it. It's such a great parody of what's going on. One guy said, just like in real life, they're running from downtown to head to the safety of the burbs. And listen, the new stadium is great, and they got great attendance, and cool they won, and there's lots of
congrats to the Braves.
Yeah, and lots of debates to be had about why they moved and what the motivations were. But at the end of the day, they moved, and now they're up in Cobb County. So the Cobb County Braves are officially your 2021 World Series champions. Hey everybody, it's that time in the commercial break when we take a commercial break. www.tcbpodcast.com is where you go to find out more about Krissy and I, read all the show notes, watch all the video, or listen to all the audio. You can also get your TCB collectible sticker by going to the website, clicking on I want my sticker. We'll tell you how to get one. You tell us where to send it. It's that easy. 661-237-8296 or 661-BEST2YO is where you can drop us a text message or leave us a voicemail. Please be mindful, if you leave us a voicemail, we may use it on a future episode. Our sponsors are super important to the show and super important to you. It keeps our content coming free and frequent straight to your favorite podcast publisher. If you're in the market for one of their products or services, please do us a favor and use the specialized URL or discount codes. You get free shit. Our sponsors know we're doing our job. It's a win-win across the board. TCBpodcast.com, 661-237-8296, at The Commercial Break on Instagram, and The Commercial Break on YouTube. And now, a word from our sponsors. This episode is sponsored in part by Squatty Potty. Not very often are you going to hear a commercial about your poop, but this is it. Squatty Potty is a bathroom utensil that goes under your feet and around your toilet to put you in a natural, crouching position every time you go number 2. And I swear, for many years, me and most of my family members have been using the Squatty Potty to improve our health and improve our poops. Every morning, I put my feet up on the Squatty Potty. It raises my feet about 1.5 to 2 feet toward my chest, as if I'm squatting without actually squatting. I get to sit on my own toilet, and I get to put my body in a better position to let everything flow naturally downwards. Let gravity do the work. Don't push yourself. That leads to health problems. And even though it takes a couple times to get used to, I promise, once you poop with your Squatty Potty, you won't ever want to go back. I've given them as birthday gifts. I've given them as Christmas gifts. I have given them as gift gifts for absolutely no reason whatsoever, except I care about my friends and family's poop. 9 years going with my own Squatty Potty. Every bathroom has one. And now you can have one. 20% off if you go to squattypotty.com/TCB. That's squattypotty.com/TCB for 20% off any item you buy at squattypotty.com. SQUATTYPOTTY. We are very excited to have these folks on board as a sponsor, squattypotty.com/TCB. And thank you to Squatty Potty for making me poop easier. This episode is sponsored in part by Beachbound.com. Beachbound.com is an online travel agency with expertise in worldwide beach vacations and only beach vacations. They're reinventing beach travel with Beachbound.com. You can book worldwide beach vacations, including flights, hotels, transfers, and excursions, all from one location at Beachbound.com. They are committed to building the best beach experiences that fulfill all of your cravings and curiosities, because to Beachbound.com, the beach isn't just a place, it's a way of life. And man, we couldn't agree more. We've been to this website, hundreds and hundreds of hotels, excursions for every member of the family, your transfers, your cars, everything from one location, Beachbound.com. The beach truly is a way of life, and we would choose the beach over any other kind of vacation, and we will use Beachbound.com to book our next beach vacation, because that's all they do, and they have expertise in only beaches. Go to Beachbound.com and book all of your beach travel from one location. Beachbound.com. Thanks, Beachbound. Hey, TCB family members, gotta let you know that this episode is sponsored in part by Quip and GetQuip.com. When I was in grade school, I had a horrible experience with a pediatric dentist. It scared me away from going to dentists once I got out of my house. So from the time when I was like 17 years old to 23 or 24, but basically I didn't go to the dentist for like 5 or 6 years. When I finally made it back to a dentist I felt comfortable with, I had to have a bunch of dental work done. I swore from that moment on that I would never again sit in a chair for hours at a time. My dental care is meticulous. I love my dental care routine. I floss and I brush at least twice a day, and GetQuip.com is helping people all around the world do just that. The Quip electric toothbrush is loved by over 7 million people, and there's reasons why. It has a timed sonic vibration with 30-second pulses to guide the dentist-recommended 2-minute clean. It's got a lightweight and sleek design for both adults and my kids. It's also got a multi-use travel cover that doubles as a mirror mount for less clutter in your bag. Plus, it's got reusable handles in a range of sleek metal hues, including the all-time bestseller, black and all pink. If you feel like you're on top of your brushing already, you can upgrade with Quip and the new Smart Motor. You track and improve your brushing with the free Quip app, and you can earn amazing rewards like free refills, products, Target gift cards, and so much more. If you go to getquip.com/TCB right now, you'll get your first refill for free. That's what they're doing for the TCB family. That's your first refill for free at getquip.com/TCB. GetQuip.com/TCB. Quip is the good habits company. So go to getquip.com/TCB to get your free refill when you order with our specialized URL. Come on, guys. Stop with the stanky breath. Get your oral care in order. Never sit in a dentist chair for hours again. GetQuip.com is helping. Thanks, Quip, for being a sponsor of the Commercial Break.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
2023 was a difficult year for many businesses looking to grow. If you're an entrepreneur or business owner in a B2B setting that's looking to accelerate your revenue in 2024, we can help. Check out sellingwell.com/grow for a free 5-day mini course that will help you elevate your sales game next year. That's sellingwell.com/grow. It's time to get serious about your sales strategy if you want to make 2024 a record year for your business. Just visit sellingwell.com/grow. Check it out today.
I was trolling the internet.
As you do.
As I do. Mm-hmm. And I have come across something that I think is just absolute gold. Now, let me preface this by saying, let me talk to the haters for just a second. If you love our show, you can just like fast forward to the next 15 seconds. If you hate our show, then this is for you. Fuck you. I don't care. It's really fucking funny. Okay?
Yes.
We regularly, anybody who's a fan of the commercial break understands that we regularly make fun of a gentleman we have fun with, a gentleman named Frank Bernardo. He is a man who is an expert in all things fitness, fashion, fun, pens, glasses, cups, eyewear, accessories, swimming, working out, cars. In all things over 50. So if basically his whole shtick is if you're over, he says over 50, but then he says over 40s. If you're over 40 years old and you need help in any of the following departments, love, dating, fitness, fashion, grooming,
it
fun,
kind of
physical.
centers towards dating, though.
That's right. There's a lot of dating
catching
stuff.
women.
Yeah. He does this. He has this YouTube channel. Catching, literally catching them and holding onto them as tightly as he can. Yes. Look at my body.
Don't let them go.
Don't
let them use their cell phone. Keep them at home.
You better not. You let them use their cell phone. That means they're not into you. When they take their cell phone out, smack it out of their hand.
Yeah. Bust through their workplace.
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Bust through their workplace window. Look at my body. Oh, sorry, honey.
You good for tie tonight?
You want me to pick up some Taco Bell? Okay, talk to you later. So we've been making fun of Frank for, I don't know, a year and a half now. We found him a long time ago. We've been growing. But the last video we did probably was 3 months ago, and the video that we did 3 months ago was a video from 3 months before that. Frankie went away for 6 months. No one heard from him. I didn't see any new videos.
Regrouping? Was he regrouping?
I don't know. He was down in Mexico hanging out with some,
He might have had to go away.
Hanging out with, hey, listen.
After those videos.
I don't know enough about, I don't know enough about Frankie, but he had posted some videos where he was hanging out with some like 50-year-old, women down in Acapulco or wherever he was. Mm-hmm. And then he just never posted again. And I was like, wow, I hope we didn't scare off Frankie. Right. I hope our videos didn't like upset him that much. And I gave an open invitation the last time we did this to say, hey, Frankie, we don't care. An open invitation to not care. So the other day, to my surprise and much delight, out of nowhere, popped a Frankie V video. And I was like, this is exciting. And I dug right in like a child on Christmas morning. Hoadley, this could be the best one yet. This could be the best video yet. And it has nothing to do with dating. Though Frankie does, like he always does, somehow make it all about him. Yes. And answers no questions that are relevant to the topic. A.
B.
Let me explain how to get more women in your 50s. A. What about your hair? Do you have any hair? Sucks. Yeah. Wait, what about getting women? Let's talk about your hair. Wait, what about
your
women?
Body.
Yeah.
Workout.
Your body, your creatine soak. Let's talk about soaking.
The ancient Chinese secret.
Ancient Bernardo secret.
It's been passed
my
down.
God. Oh, you got to go listen to the old Frankie B videos because they're that's where you're really going to find the gold. Okay, so would you like to dig in?
Yes,
to yet another Frankie B video? Of course you would. Okay, let me make sure that I've got it all set up here, and I do. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first Frankie B video in many, many months. The commercial break brings you yet more Frank Bernardo.
Okay.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the video. My name is Frank Bernardo, and this channel is geared for...
Kind of slow. He kind of brought it down a little bit. Mm-hmm. He's not like, welcome to my video. He's like, welcome to my video, everybody. But you got to understand that Frankie is about to pitch you the business opportunity of a lifetime. And he wants to be serious.
Does he have an MLM?
I'm not sure what he's doing exactly, but you tell me if you can figure it out. Okay. It has something to do with Salon Suiis. Just listen. Suiis. I think it's called Suites, but he says Suiis. All right. He has a company called Salon Suites.
Okay.
Guys in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who want to up their game, look and feel better about themselves in grooming, fitness, fashion, and lifestyle. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of confusion going on.
I'm already confused.
You can say that, Frankie.
Yes, I'm already confused, Frankie, and I've been watching you for a long time. But one of the hallmarks of a Frankie B video is absolute confusion as to what's going on or what he's talking about. So fear not, we're on the right track.
Because you're at my channel, but a lot of you Googled Salon Suite franchise.
Salon Suite.
Salon Suite franchise.
You can't see. Where's the T? Where did it go?
How to open up a Salon Suite franchise, Salon Suite consulting, or just how do I open up my very own Salon Suite building? For all of you out there who did Google that, hang in there. You're at the right spot. I've got all that valuable information.
I just want to take 5 to 10 minutes to talk about something completely unrelated to the video. You're at the right place. Hold on. In the next 20 to 30 minutes, I'm going to get to exactly why you Googled.
It.
By the way, who's Googling Salon Suite? And how do you spell it?
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
How do you spell Salon Suite?
I don't know. Is it like a S-U?
S-U-V. It's very French. She's very sophisticated.
Oui.
Coming your way in just a second. But first, I want to talk to my subscribers and followers. Rocket.
Oh, okay. Here comes it.
That's not the car.
That's the car. He took the music out for some reason. I'm not sure why he took the music out, but I've noticed the last couple of videos either have different music, like he uses it sporadically, right?
Yeah.
But now here he's going to go through his introduction where he speeds away in a car, he hammers something against a wall, he slicks back his hair, he's at his Salon Suites getting his grooming done, he's working out, and then he's coming up mysteriously from a pool. It
comes up from a pool.
It's one of those things. Like you just see the water, and then all of a sudden Frankie slowly pops up out of the water.
Is there like steam?
Yeah, yeah, steam. That's the smell of bullshit. 2 cars. Oh yeah. I like this new sophisticated Frankie.
Yeah, it's like a little touch of techno.
Yeah, I think he's decided.
Club lounge.
He's going to grow up a little bit.
All right, guys, so today we're going to change things up. We're going to concentrate on lifestyle. Now, normally I'm much more focused on grooming, fitness, and fashion with all my videos. And
no, you're not. It's all about.
You say that.
It's all about getting cheated on. It's about you getting cheated on. That's all it's about. Let's be honest, Frankie. This is a revenge channel against whichever ex-wife took all your money. Yeah.
Some odd reason I've always neglected the lifestyle. Let's define lifestyle. Very important. Out of all the categories I talk about, this is right up there.
This is right.
Right up there.
This is right up there.
Okay.
I don't talk about it a lot. It's very important, but of all the categories I talk about, this is in the top 12. Of the 4 categories I usually talk about, this is in the top 12.
Yes.
So lifestyle, it's to do what you want.
Lifestyle. Where are the T's going? Frankie, what happened to the T? Who cut the T out? Who cut the T out?
Ooh.
When you want, how you want. To be free from control. Not to have anybody have their thumb on you. Not to work for anybody.
I think that's called freedom. I don't think that has anything to do with lifestyle.
Not to have their thumb on you.
Yeah, their thumb on you.
Wow.
Yeah,
has somebody had a thumb on him?
Someone's had a thumb up him, I'm sure.
That's a lifestyle. Lifestyle to go on vacations within reason when you want.
Within reason. Vacations to the Motel 6 in your own town. It's called a staycation. It's really cool.
A lifestyle to be able to pay for your daughter's wedding. A lifestyle to be able to send your kids to college. A lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Do you hear this?
Yeah.
Are you hearing the lifestyle?
Yeah, he's missing the T.
To not have to worry about finances. What else defines lifestyle? Okay? And how do you get that? Again, unless you've got a high-paying job, you got to get that in business.
What?
Unless you've got that in business, you've got to get it in business. I'm just spelling it out for you. I don't want you to be confused.
Unless you've got a high-paying job, you've got to get that in business. Okay. I'm making notes.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening, Frank.
I think I'm following you. If I don't get that by working, I've got to get it by working.
Business.
Okay, got it. 10-4.
Now, I am an entrepreneur. I am a businessman. I have several.
I feel like that's what he says to himself in the mornings when he's slicking back his hair. I am an entrepreneur. I am a businessman.
Gosh darn it, I'm good enough.
I do have great hair. My dick is big. All those things might not be true yet, but they're coming true
That's
now.
right.
Businesses, and I plan on opening several more. I can help you here. And for all of you who have Googled Salon Suite franchise, Salon Suite consulting services.
Who have Google?
Who have Google Salon Suite? I don't even think people know how to spell Salon Suite.
I think you said who have Googled.
Yes.
Salon Suite.
Swede.
Or Swede. Tweed?
I think it's sweet.
Tweed?
Tweed? Salon Tweed. I'm assuming he's trying to say sweet, but he can't get that T in there.
Okay.
Just hang in there just one more second. We're going to be getting into this business. But for my followers, again, I'm going to offer all of you a tremendous business opportunity because I don't know who you are. You may be
Precisely because I don't know who you are.
Precisely because I am clueless as to what your first name is. I'm going to offer you.
You're in on this now.
This is a once in a lifetime
I don't even offer it to my
opportunity.
friends. Only people I do not know.
I refuse to offer this to anyone that I know. Be mindful. This is the best business opportunity you've never heard of. And because you don't know me today, I feel comfortable taking your money. Oh my God, this should be a late night infomercial. I feel like we're back in the 90s.
I know.
Investor watching me. You may be a businessman watching me. You may have yourself and a group of guys watching me.
Hey guys, gather around the TV. I've got some beers, some popcorn,
everybody.
wings.
You mind if we stop the circle jerk for a minute?
Stop the game.
Hey, Dave, stop whacking off Matt and get over here for a second. There's a business opportunity only available to people that don't know who this guy is. It's an incredible opportunity. I mean, you know the old saying, the best business opportunities come from strangers.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Are looking for the ultimate business experience. Well, I've got that for you. So in a nutshell, and then we're going to get into the video, what I do is I build and lease salon suites. It's called House of Salon Suites. 21 years ago.
It's called House of Salon Suites? Why don't you just call it salons? I mean, come on, Frankie. Why don't you just call it Frank's Salon?
I know.
House
Frankie
of Salon,
B. Salon.
Houses of Salon Suites.
Salon Suite.
Frankie B's corporate entity of Salon Suites, House of Salon Suites, owned by Salon Suites.
Yes.
Yes. If you Googled
it's
Frankie
a Tweed
B's,
company.
Yeah, Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Suites. And you're looking for information on Frankie B's
You're right
House
here.
of Cards Salon Suites, you're
Salon
in the exact right place. If you're looking to build your own shitty salon in a small town near you, you can hire me.
I was the first one in the world to develop the concept of building fully furnished salon suites.
Nope.
No, you were not.
You were
I used to go to one.
Yeah, come on. Frankie, that's a big claim to make.
Fully furnished salons.
Fully furnished.
I'm the first one in the world to build a fully furnished salon.
I went to a laser cut or whatever they used to call them, like for the, laser cut for men or whatever it was. I went there when I was a kid in Chicago. 30, 40 plus years ago, we were going to these
Salon Suites.
Yeah, Salon Suites, exactly. Where people come in and they pay $15 an hour to rent the chair, and then whatever money that they can make, then that's how it is. This is, by the way, this is a business model that salons have had forever.
Oh my God, for a long time.
Yeah, because you know what? The salon owner, all they really care about is renting the chair. They rent the chair and they sell the product.
They provide the building and the
product
suites.
and the suites. Yeah, the suites. And the equipment and the shit like that.
Yeah, maybe a receptionist.
Yeah, and the girls come in and then they cut the hair and whatever they can make, they can make. Yeah. And usually they have like a dollar amount that's set for per cut or whatever.
Percentage.
Yeah, it's a percentage. You take a cut. This is not... Flea markets have been doing this since Jesus Christ, by the way. Sorry. I mean, goddamn, Frankie. Really? I invented the business model. I invented the office suite business model, basically. I just wanted you to know that. 20 years ago. 20 years ago was 2001. It sounds like a long time ago, but it really was not. Yeah. I'm sure that there were supercuts in 2001, Frankie.
Yes.
And leasing those to the beauty professional. I took on all the expense of building the building, putting in the furniture, all the equipment. I took all the risk and expense. So all a beauty professional had to do was come in and bring their own tools, and they were open and ready for business.
I cannot believe that he said he's the first one in the world.
Yeah, he's
to
taking
do
it. That's a
this.
big leap. You're already
he's talking to people he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He's ready to just spew.
He's already shooting his credibility in the foot.
Yeah.
Like when you make a claim like that in a business presentation that is clearly untrue, then you're like, I mean, I don't work in the beauty professional industry.
I have before, actually.
Yo, you have?
I was the front desk girl.
Oh, you were?
At Salon in college.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we did massages and hair and facials and all of that. So, and they were doing it then.
When I worked in the restaurant industry, there was like a very nice salon next door.
Yeah.
And it was always well known that the hairdressers were hot, but that the girls at the front desk were always the hottest.
Oh, that's
just
right.
letting you know. Just like a restaurant. You know, the hostesses are always the hottest, right? But here's the point.
Yeah.
There have been supercuts around for a long time, and that's the same fucking business model, Frankie. Supercuts has been doing this. I do have an uncle. I have a family member who owns like 20 supercuts or whatever they're called, right? This is a business model that's been around for a long time. You did not invent it in any way, shape, or form.
For a nominal fee. So 21 years later, this has become one of the biggest franchising booms in America. But unfortunately, all the franchises out there, they're gouging the individual for hundreds of thousands of dollars that you don't need to spend. And it absolutely sickens me to see.
It makes me sick that they're getting the money and not me. So I'm making this
Hundreds
video.
of thousands of dollars. Like I said, I've worked in this industry before. They're not those, you know, unless you're in LA, New York, whatever, and charging exorbitant prices. You're not even close to making $100,000 a year that the salon could take.
Listen, $25,000 for a supercuts, I think, is like the franchise fee, and then you give them 20% a month. You're not making any money on supercut number 1. You're making money on supercut number 10. That's what you do. That's what these franchisees do. And it's not the hottest franchising opportunity that's in America right now. No one gives it. You think the world needs another supercuts, Frankie?
I love coming out of the pandemic too, when everybody was cutting their own hair.
It's the hottest. It's the hottest franchising opportunity that recently went bankrupt in America.
People, spend this money. Now, there's no one out there in this business that has more experience than I did. I created it. So it's
I created it. There's no one in the world that has more experience with pussy than me, because I created it.
God.
I literally created the vagina over 20 years ago. So I know all about it. The vulva, the clitoris, the clitoris.
Yeah.
The inner lips, the outer lips. I know everything. You know how? I invented it. That's how.
I'm an expert.
I'm an expert in all things vulva. Oh man, this is just bad.
Frank.
Oh, Frankie, we love you, but this is you gotta.
You're duping people.
Yeah, you gotta rework this one. Duping people. No one's getting duped. No one's gonna hire Frankie. For
what about
50.
those group of guys that are sitting around watching,
whacking each other off, watching Frankie,
watching this incredible business.
Quick, a business opportunity from some random dude on YouTube. There's gold in those videos. Clearly, he must know what he's talking about. He invented the business model,
clearly,
guys. Yeah, I can see 12 guys around like, breaking out their checkbooks. I'm in for 50. How quick can we get a hold of Frankie? We need to build a Salon Suites by Frankie B's House of Cards.
Possible. I have more knowledge, and I could put up that same building for what a franchise is going to charge you just to put their name on the door.
No, you cannot.
No.
I work in the real estate business, and you cannot put up a building for more than they're going to charge you to put a supercuts on the fucking front door. I can promise you this. I can promise you this. You're going to spend at least $500,000 building a salon. At least.
Yeah.
At least.
At least.
Yeah, you can't even build a box these days for $500,000.
No.
Think about that. A franchise, just to put their name on the door, I can put up your whole building from top to bottom to ribbon cutting. So if you're looking for the...
Please tell me. It may even be worth just the fee here to have Frankie come for
your ribbon cutting. I charge.
I would like him to bust through the ribbon.
Right.
Don't cut it. Just bust through.
Unfortunately, he doesn't do the pricing here, but I would like to hear the pricing.
Oh, yeah.
I charge $57 an hour.
Wait, so is he saying, maybe I just need to listen to the video more, but is he saying he will come to your town and just build a building for you?
Hoadley, I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what the business opportunity here is.
Well, he is the expert.
Yeah.
He is the expert. We don't know anything.
Why you would build Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Suite rather than a Supercuts or what do they call those?
Great Clips.
The Mitchells.
Paul Mitchell.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Why you would get involved in this above one of those other well-heeled, well-experienced businesses? I don't know. Because I've never heard of Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Suites, but maybe... I think he's saying Swedes. Maybe it's Swedes, just like the Swedish people.
Maybe it's a Swedish.
But I've never heard of his business model. I mean, I've never heard of his business.
Yeah.
And I don't have a Frankie B House of Cards Salon Suite right next door to my house. So
you can't go check it out.
Yeah, the Atlanta market is wide open if you want to go in with me.
Come on, Frankie.
Yeah. Listen, it's probably better than some of the other business ideas we've had.
That's true.
The ultimate business adventure, business experience. Passive income, a building that you can put up and it runs itself.
You know those buildings that run themselves.
You know those businesses that run themselves. The kind you see on late night TV where people went to jail. It's the same thing, only I'm the one who's stealing your money. What the fuck?
Buildings
no business. Buildings that run themselves.
Yeah.
What is a building?
Passive income, right?
Hello. I am your Salon Suite. Don't worry about it. I got it covered. I'll turn on the air conditioning and I'll turn it off when people leave. I'll close the door and lock up after you. Count the cash register and sweep up the floors. I am Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Suite, Roswell, Georgia. Oh my God. It's so crazy. This is insane.
Hopefully I have your interests. So what
Interests. We got to get Frankie some speech therapy. Now, if he has a legitimate speech impediment, then I'm very sorry that I'm making fun of it. But there don't seem to be any T's anywhere in his speeches. Yeah, I don't know where they went.
Without further ado, we're just going to roll right into this video. And if you have any questions or concerns.
He does have a T. He said right.
He said right.
We're going to run right into this video.
Okay, so he knows where the T's are.
Yeah.
He just doesn't choose to put them in most
maybe
of his
that's
words.
like his signature.
Yeah, maybe when they're embedded into the words, that's when it gets hard. Like Swede. Sweet. By the way, I'd like to point out, we're 7.5 minutes into this video, and Frankie is now just introducing the video. Yes. As is Frankie's way of doing things.
I have all my information in the link below. I've got my website and my email. If you have any questions, reach out to me.
Oh, I've got a lot of questions, Frankie. Yes, we do. We should write a.
We absolutely
like a couple paragraphs on.
We've got to.
Yeah. At which year did you invent the business suite office model?
My name is Frank Bernardo. Thank all of you for watching. Enjoy the video.
That's it?
Hi, and welcome to House of Salon.
Okay.
He literally spent 7 minutes introducing a video
intro.
where he says the exact same thing. Now let's go through it because it's fun.
Salon Suite Consulting Services. And welcome to just what might be
Welcome.
the best move of your life.
It's a business adventure, quote unquote.
Remember those kids you have? They compared nothing to the building that runs itself. Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Swedes. Yeah. You too can have a building that practically runs itself.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to do is pay me to build it for you.
That's it.
Have you ever heard of paper mache? It's my brand new building material that guarantees you can build a brand new salon suite for less than $5,000 plus $1,000 for me. And I'll do the ribbon cutting with these custom fake scissors. You'll get at least 5 photos of me to put on your Instagram, and that'll get your business revving to go.
Up and running.
You'll never want for business again.
Business in a box.
It's a business in a box. And I should know, I invented the box, literally. 20 years ago.
First one on the globe.
I said, there must be a better way to put things in some things. So I said, let's build a box. That's why I'm the expert on boxes, pussy, and now Salon Suites.
That's right.
Now you're saying, how, by coming to this website, could this be the best move of my life? Well, obviously, you're interested in franchising. You're interested in franchising Salon Suites. But if I told you that I can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars That's right. I said,
if I told you by turning off this video right now, I could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars, would you take my advice?
Seriously.
If I told you that by paying me $1,000 to stop talking, you could save yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars in business
adventure,
in business failure. Yeah, he called it an adventure. I don't want an adventure when I'm building a business. I just want a business. I never again want the word adventure and business together. I'm too old for that shit.
It was an adventure.
That's for your 20s.
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of dollars over a franchise. Do you think it might be worth a little bit of your time to watch this video? I think it will be.
Oh.
All right. I'm at a rave. I'm at a rave in 1991 now.
It's an adventure.
Yeah. Woo! Where's Moby?
This music.
This is like Moby, circa 92.
Drop the beat. Oh my God.
Whoa!
Hi, everybody. My name is Frank Bernardo, and I'm the owner of...
Drop the beat.
Drop the beat!
Oh, God. It sounds very professional.
Yeah, what is that music, Frankie?
Dang it.
What did you do? Where did you learn how to put together a video presentation? You should call me. I can help you with this.
Exactly.
I can help you with this.
House of Salons, Salon Suites Consulting Services. So 21 years ago, I had a vision. I
had a vision. What if I could rip people off in my sleep? What if I could build buildings just like I do with my Play-Doh in my free time in real life? And then put little fake Lego chairs in there and rent them out to unsuspecting hair salons.
It was a vision.
It was a vision. I was high on creatine and steroids, and I had a vision. What if I could just take people's money because I called myself an expert?
Yep.
It's called consulting, and I invented it over 20 years ago.
Yep. Then YouTube came out.
That's right.
And it all came to
fruition.
Yeah, came into place.
At Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Suites.
that if I put up a building and all the beauty professional had to do was to bring their own tools and they would be open and ready for business, what a fabulous concept that would be for all beauty professionals. So 21...
I basically saved the beauty industry. It's so crazy. This cannot be true, right? Okay, hold on one second. Now we got to stop just for a second.
Oh my God.
Salon rent a chair.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's been going on for a really long time.
I want to make sure that we're correct about this.
And I know that we are.
Yeah, I know that.
I know that he did not invent this.
Okay. Oh yeah, this has been going on since the 80s, since the 70s.
Yeah,
this has been going on since the 70s.
Yeah.
Yes. Now let me do this. Frank Bernardo. Salon. I'm going to say Suites. I'm going to take a guess here and say Suites. Nope. That is not how it's spelled.
Oh.
No, that's not how it's spelled.
Do you see how it is spelled?
I don't. Salon Suites for rent, fully equipped. My salon suite.
Right.
Yeah.
They're all
listen.
over the place.
Okay. Yeah. Frankie did not invent this business model. This is clear. Clear.
Yes.
I can reference a news article from 1982 where they're talking about this business model. So I already know that Frankie is full of shit. That's 40 years. That's 20 years before he says 20 years ago he invented it.
Yeah.
Years ago.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No, I said, yeah, it's not true.
No, it's not.
So I did just that. So here's the photo. This is me standing in front of my first building, and there's 3 of the 6 tenants that were...
There's 3 of the 6 tenants because that's it. That's all we got. The other 3 are imaginary.
There's me in front of a building. 3 of the 6.
Oh
the
my
other
God.
3 couldn't make it that day. But here's a picture to prove it.
The other 3 had yet to rent the chair.
It's proven.
Here's the business owner that went into Chapter 7 bankruptcy 7 days after this photo was taken. But you know what they say, business is an adventure.
It's an adventure.
We're available.
Total adventure.
For the photo. So 21 years later, this is now one of the biggest franchising booms in America. Why? Well, because Salon Suites are a good investment. They are a great business idea. The concept is fantastic. You can make lots of money. You could put up multiple buildings. But do you need a franchise to do this? Absolutely not. And in this video...
Wait, you're selling a franchise, but you're saying you don't need a franchise.
I don't have the rights to a franchise.
I don't get it. Did you invent Salon Suites and now you've broken off from them and you're doing your independent consulting? Or do you own Salon Suites and you're trying to get people to buy into the Salon Suites?
I think maybe he thinks other people stole his idea.
Maybe that's it. Maybe what happened is because I can see that there's a company called Salon Suites. Mm-hmm. But nowhere is Frankie B mentioned anywhere. At least in my quick preliminary glance. I'll do more research. What?
They had a falling out.
Wouldn't you? Frankie, you got to stop running around telling people this is the original idea. You got to stop telling people this was your idea. Yeah. Me and Frank own this. Me and John own this business 30 years ago, man. We just brought you in to do a little maintenance on our air conditioning. You didn't invent it. You don't even work here, really. You literally are the HVAC guy. Now take your Nissan Sentra and get out of here.
I'm going to explain to you why franchising is a horrible idea. Why franchising is going to cost you hundreds of thousands of extra dollars.
No, it's not.
Over my consulting services. And guess what? I'm going to give you better service, better knowledge, because who knows more in the industry than I do?
Well,
because who's a better equipped to bullshit you than I am?
Don't worry about those well-known franchises. Yeah. Just give me your money.
Yeah, don't.
For my consulting.
Don't worry about those 5-star franchises.
Don't even actually have to buy or build a building. Just sneak right in and take
Don't worry about those 5-star franchises
Act
you
like
see
you're
elsewhere.
An HVAC guy. And then that's how you work your way in.
Don't worry about all of those other reputable businesses. Come with me. I am literally reinventing the way people pretend to consult.
I started it 21 years ago.
I invented the imaginary consultant 20 years ago, and now I've perfected the business model.
After all, I created the concept. I've worked with the beauty professional day in and day out for 21 years. I know what they like. I know what they don't like. I know what your building needs, and I know what your building doesn't need. Let's face it.
What it doesn't need is a cocaine safe. I learned that the hard way. What it doesn't need is a massage table for illegal erotic massages. And what
I've been doing this for 21 years.
I've been doing it for 21 years. I've failed, so you don't have to. And what it certainly does not need is a no pants Wednesday policy.
That's
that
right.
went right out the window with Harvey Weinstein. I'm just saying, cancel culture is in full effect, or my dick would be in full glory right here on this video.
You put up your building, they basically run themselves. So do you need a franchise? You don't. But they're going to tell you that. You know why? Because they're going to...
Who's they?
I know.
Who's telling you that?
Great clips?
Yeah, people who actually make money?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's been a proven business model for
That's
years
right.
and years
The
and
people
years.
who are basically making that actual money? Yeah, but
just get involved in this self-running building. That's That's all you need. It's just a building that runs itself.
I cannot imagine a harder business to actually make cash in than a salon.
Yes.
Yeah, than a salon. Yeah. Why? Because there's one on every fucking corner.
And there's such
two.
high turnover, too.
Yeah, there's such high turnover.
Yeah.
It's like a restaurant business. It's like really hard to make money in. I had a relative that got into one of those mailbox companies, right? Okay. And I don't want to give away too much detail, but they got into one of those mailbox companies and they were sung this big song and dance about how every one of them made money. Everybody needs a stamp. Everybody needs a mailbox. Everybody needs this and that and the other thing. And it was incredibly difficult just to break even, They had to close the business down because after many years of trying and giving their money to the franchisor, right? It was like, we're not going to make any money ever doing this.
Tough.
There's not enough stamps that we could sell to make money doing this. And there's not enough haircuts that you can sell unless you have a reputable name behind you or you are a fantastic hairdresser, right? There are success stories, no doubt, just like restaurants come out of nowhere and become big hits. But just because you have to have a building that runs itself doesn't mean you're going to make a ton of money.
There's no building that runs itself.
There is, Hoadley. You're just not paying attention to the video. You just haven't been listening to what Frankie is saying. I get it. I'm with
You
Frankie.
get it? Okay.
Yeah, me and him, we're on the
glad
same
you
wavelength.
do.
Want your 7 to 9% royalty fees month after month after month. Well, guess what? If I was you, I'd rather take those royalty fees that you're going to save by doing business with me
And spend it on cocaine.
and go on a family vacation each month. So if I have your interest,
Is the family vacation considered Acapulco with strippers? I'm just wondering. And not even.
No, this is so funny. I mean, also, like, nothing like getting your business up and running and then boom, going on vacation. I've got vacation.
Yeah. Well, the building's going to run itself. Don't worry about it.
Whee!
Everybody will be fine.
Vacation time.
Vacation, don't worry about the building.
No.
Yeah. Vacation, it locks up after itself. No. Just come in and leave. It'll sweep up after itself. Don't worry about it.
Most people are not able to take a vacation.
No.
At least not in the first year,
Please.
second year. If you're
First or second year.
starting a business.
I started a
building.
business and I didn't vacation for 5 fucking years. I didn't leave the state of Georgia. Why? And I worked from my phone.
Yeah.
Why? Because I didn't have any money because it's really hard to start a fucking business.
Yes.
That's why. Just look at this silly podcast we're doing. Jesus Christ. Somebody save us. Somebody give us some
We
money.
need Frank.
let's roll into this video. I'm going to show you why franchising is.
Wait, we're rolling into another video? Jeez, man, there are so many videos within videos.
Is this Inception, Frankie B?
Yeah, I don't know. It does kind of feel like one of those movies, doesn't it?
Which video am I in?
Yeah, I don't
Horrible
know.
idea.
Am I in the original? Is this reality?
It doesn't matter. They're all hell.
Why my services are going to be the best move of your life. Advantage number one, it's the initial franchise fees. Be prepared. Bring your checkbook, because as soon as you sign that contract,
Because as soon as we meet, I'm going to ask for a check. Made out to Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Suites. $50 just for the initial consultation.
That's it.
I take cash, too. American Express, 3% service charge.
contract on the dotted line, it's going to cost you anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000. But you know what that'll get you? It's going to get you the name on the door. So right when you sign, you're already in the hole, $50,000 to $70,000. How does that feel?
It feels great.
Wow.
I know I've got the confidence that actual business people are doing business with me.
Yep.
Yeah, not Frankie B consulting with me. What are you consulting
Don't
about?
pay for the name.
Yeah, are you an architect, Frankie?
pay
Like, are you
for
going to
it.
build the building? Are you a general
He's
contractor?
saying he's going to build the building and it's going to run itself.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Like, I mean, legitimately, like, could you possibly be an architect, a general contractor, a design guy? Then you're going to consult with someone on how to build a business and manage it. Well, I mean, it runs itself, so I guess you don't have to worry too much about management.
No, once it's built, boom.
Yeah, I can see.
Vacation time.
I could see Frankie's got like a binder he brings with like 3 separate pages. We're going to build it. We're going to open it. You're going to go on vacation.
That's it.
Any questions? $25,000. You have my personal burner cell phone number. I check this every Tuesday, 3 to 3:30 p.m. Don't you worry. Leave me a voicemail. I'll get back to you. I promise. I'll be in Acapulco. I'm in Acapulco. I bet the reason why Frankie went away for 6 months is because one of these people saw the video in Acapulco and they were like, what the fuck? I thought we were building the Salon Suites. I give the guy a $30,000 check. He's down in Acapulco for 3 months. Don't worry, things are going great here. Pink, pink, bang, bang. He's got a hammer with him. He's just like banging against the hotel window. Pink, pink, bang, bang. Everything's going great here. Frankie, I just saw your YouTube video. Oh, what that? That's from years ago. You had a newspaper in your hand from yesterday. It's amazing YouTube technology. Don't worry about it. Gotta go. Bye. I'm changing my number. Talk to you soon.
Disadvantage, franchise. Disadvantage number 2, it's royalty fees. Get ready to shell out anywhere from 7 to 9%. And that's every month. Those costs can cost you anywhere from $2,000 to $3,500 to $4,000 a month. I don't know about you, but I can invest that money each month. I can open up some more Salon Suites. Are you getting the picture? But the
I can take 7% of what? Anyways, and invest it in more salons. Just build them.
Yeah, just build them. Keep building salons.
Building.
By the way, 7%.
Just get your friends to invest and then take that money and then switch it over to the other friend and give them profit. And then switch that over and give them profit.
What percent of 7% is $4,000? That's a lot of money. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know too many supercuts that are pulling in $60,000 a month in haircuts. That's a lot. They're $15 a cut.
Yeah.
You'd have to do 3,000 haircuts in a month. You're doing 100 a day? I doubt it. I'm just saying. I doubt that any supercuts is doing 100 cuts a day. Maybe. You think so?
But wait. Frankie's Salon Suites.
The Salon Suites. That's right.
That's where the real opportunity and adventure comes into play.
When there's absolutely no management in place, no brand name, no marketing, no advertising. That's when you can expect the real dollars to move in. All that money you're going to save on marketing, advertising, and the name on the door is going to go right into your pocket. You won't be cutting $4,000 checks because you won't be making $4,000 with Frankie B's House of Cards Salon Suites. 7% of $12 is almost nothing.
But you can open up some more salons.
Open up some more salons.
Yeah. To reinvest.
Hey, John, it's Frankie. Are you ready to go for the next one? I haven't made $1. That's why you got to open up number 2.
Yeah, you got to keep going.
I'm telling you, number 2 is the one where they, you're in the sophomore slump. You need to get out of it and build a couple more. I've got some great locations. Here's one in Pittsburgh in the it's where an old steel mill used to be. I can build it with the old steel mill material for next to nothing.
Yep.
And that money I'll save is going to go right into my pocket.
Franchises, they're going to tell you that you need their brand. And I'm going to tell you why it's totally false and a big lie. First of all, nobody out there, clients that you're seeking to rent and the patrons, they never heard of Phoenix Salon Suites, Solo Salon Suites, or My Salon Suite. They never heard of these companies, and they don't care. And the professionals, 99.99% of them, they never heard of these companies. So don't get caught up.
I've never heard of these companies. I don't know what you're talking about. Phoenix Salon Suites. I don't know. That's just not something we have around here, I don't think.
Is he saying? I'm confused.
I don't know.
Is he saying that these things most people don't know about these other salon suites?
He's saying. What he's saying
Please decipher, because we're in the movie Inception.
I'm working on it. Hold
Spin
on.
the top.
Okay. What he's saying is, it's real simple.
Okay.
That if you want to buy a franchise opportunity, then Frankie is the guy for you. But there are disadvantages that other franchise opportunities have.
He's saying,
So he's saying, stay away from the franchises, but go with Frankie's franchise.
Right.
The franchises are bad, but Frankie's franchise is better because it's not Phoenix Salon Suites or Solo Salon Suites.
Things that people have never heard of.
That's right. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get
build a building.
A building. Self-running building. I think we made it pretty clear to everybody, right? I think we wrapped it up nicely. I'm less confused myself. Once I said it out loud, it all makes sense.
You just had to talk through it.
Yeah, I just had to talk through it. Now that we know we are in the video, Let's move on.
Yeah.
Up with the franchises saying you need their brand to fill the building. False. If you put up a good building and you have good rents and you do the proper advertisement, you're going to...
Because that's what I do every time I go to a salon. It's a great building. Let's get in here and get my hair cut. Man, this is made like a brick house. Let's go. Quick while the building's still standing. Gives a shit about the building. What are you talking about?
I've been to people's homes.
Yeah.
To get my hair cut. I don't care.
Yeah, there's a lady that comes and does my wife's nails in my kitchen where my children play. I mean, who cares about the building? I get pizza from a place that looks like it hasn't been cleaned since 1979. And I don't care because it tastes good. I just choose not to look at the walls. There are dead people in that fryer, I'm sure of it.
And they get it leased out. They don't care about the name on the door. And clients come into that building, they don't know who they are. You know what the client...
Well, honey, says proctology, but let's go get our hair cut. Yes, they do care about the name on the door.
Yes, they do. They absolutely do.
Honey, I think that's...
Regular people don't care.
I think that says anus massages. Who cares? I don't care about the name on the door. I'm here to get my hair cut.
Oh my God, he is really making this sense.
He is all over the place. Yeah.
Wow, I'm not.
I'm here to get my hair cut. Would you like that with or with an anus massage? Don't care as long as I get my hair cut. I don't care what it says on the door. I want my hair cut. It's like these people that walk into McDonald's. I want a double bacon Western cheeseburger. We don't make those here. You do now. I'm calling the police.
Cares about? They care about their stylist. That's the only name they're looking for when they come to the building. They're looking for their stylist name. Disadvantage franchise. You don't need to be paying royalty fees for a brand that doesn't exist.
No.
That is true that some people follow a stylist.
Of course.
But you have to originally find the stylist.
Yes.
And
where do you do that? Entails walking into a salon.
Reputable.
Yes, a reputable salon. Yes, that's correct. Oh, Frankie, you just got this. I don't know who. I don't know.
Is he talking about building buildings? I don't even know.
I don't even know. Don't even ask. Yeah, he might get to it. He probably won't.
Buildings of like well-known stylists.
No, he's just like, is he? I don't even know. He doesn't say. Like, if I was doing this presentation, I'd be like, me, Frankie B. I'm an expert at building hair salons. I know how to. I have the interior designers, the architects, and I know where to get the land cheap. If that's interesting to you, and then I'll show you the business model. I'll show you how to manage it and run it. I can even put people in place for you. I'll do marketing for you. If I had all the, that's what I would say. He's so far told us none of the deliverables for getting Frankie on board.
Only why you should not go with the franchise.
That's correct.
That's it.
But he gives no deliverables. He just says, if this is interesting to you, call me up. And then I'll talk exactly like this until you agree to pay me $50,000 just to get me off the phone. I don't even know. What are you delivering? We should write him an email. We should write an email to that link and pretend like we want to be in the salon business.
Yes.
And we should be like, dear Frankie, we have a few questions. Watched your video. Super informative.
You laid out everything.
Yeah, you laid
answered
out
all of our questions except just a couple.
There is literally no stone unturned. However, I thought of a few questions that didn't get answered. What exactly are you doing? How exactly much does it cost? Who exactly are you?
Nominal questions.
What exactly is the business model? Just a few details I think you left out. You mind filling me in? All the other shit I got. Don't worry about it.
Disadvantage number 3 is development, construction, furnishings, and equipment. Now, this is where the franchise, this is where they're going to make their big money. It's their big quick money. Yes, royalty fees over the time. It's money coming in each month. But their big quick money is in these charges right here, okay? Because they mark it up anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500%. And that's going to cost
what? What? They're marking up They're marking up hair dryers 1,500.
They're marking up the furniture.
The furniture 1,500%. Can that be true? Here's the Sega 3000 hair dryer from Walmart, $9.99. Here, $625.
Deal.
Deal. Sold. Where do I sign? I mean, come on, 1,500%.
Yeah, that seems.
Yeah, they don't even mark up alcohol that much, and that's the biggest markup of anything. Yeah. It's when you go to buy a drink at a bar. They mark it up at least 150%, but 1,500. Can you imagine walking to a bar?
1,500.
Yeah, and you're like, "Can I get a Jose Cuervo?" And they're like $7, and they're like $712. That sounds reasonable.
I've got this atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's a self-running restaurant.
That's right.
It just runs itself.
Do you take Apple Pay?
You tens of thousands of extra dollars, and you have no say-so over the contractors that they choose, the equipment that they pick out, the furnishings that they want to place, everything top to bottom. You have no choice other than to walk away from your initial investment if you're not happy. Disadvantage franchise.
Disadvantage franchise. You too could be a millionaire. Just stay the fuck away from the franchises. Furniture disadvantage franchise.
Construction workers.
Yeah. Disadvantage franchise. This guy's shirtless every day on the job site. Approved. Advantage Frankie. 12 months of construction done in 5 years. Advantage Frankie. Brick disadvantage. Paper mache, advantage Frankie. Roofing, disadvantage franchise.
Umbrellas.
Mickey Mouse ponchos taped together, advantage Frankie.
Oh my God. My stomach hurts. Oh my God.
Making money franchise. Disadvantage franchise. Losing your life savings to this dipshit.
For an adventure.
Advantage Frankie B. Divorce with kids on the weekend. Advantage Frankie B. Stable income, disadvantage franchise. Human beings running your salon, disadvantage franchise. Frankie B's automatic building software. Advantage Frankie B. Let us do your pitch for your Frankie B.
Yes.
We got it down, dude. Don't worry. I'm gonna make it simple for people to understand.
Refine it.
Oh my God.
Out the edges.
Hoadley. This is gold.
Really
Where did this guy come from?
I mean, he's
oh my
got
God.
balls. I'll say that.
Balls is right. Big old fat fucking old man balls. Hanging down low, did they swing to and fro? He's got those Harriet Steeders, and man, are they swinging. Okay, listen, we have got so much more. We've got like 13 more minutes of this video.
My God.
It was 21 minutes long. We only did 8 minutes.
I think what we need to do is come back. We need to do a little research. We need to reach out to Frankie.
Well, listen, this is what we'll do, right?
Yeah.
We'll come back to the video.
I've got a lot of questions.
We'll come back to the video on the next episode,
Yes.
I promise. But for now, we've got it.
Advantage TCB.
Advantage TCB. Being able to shut Frankie up with the press of a button. Advantage TCB. You've got to see the visuals on this one. You got to watch Krissy and I turn bright red. And Bryan fall out of his chair at youtube.com/thecommercialbreak. And make sure that you go to tcbpodcast.com That's where you can watch all the videos and listen to all the audio. I want to say one thing real quick if you've made it this far in the show, which I hope that you have.
Yeah.
We're running commercials inside of our show. That's nothing new. We've been doing that for about a year. Host read ads, meaning Krissy and I read them. And now you may start to hear commercials that are not read by us, but they're actual commercials. They're about a minute long each. And, there's a couple minutes of commercials in each show. We do this so that Krissy and I can offset some of the costs.
We're investing in Frankie B.
We're investing in Frankie B's franchise. We're trying to raise money.
We're making a business
Advantage
adventure.
TCB.
We're making a business adventure decision.
That's right. But in all seriousness, Krissy and I do the show 2 times a week. It takes a lot of time and energy and effort and a lot of money for, equipment that keeps breaking and shit like that. And so we're not getting rich. We're just trying to offset some of the costs. If you're in the market for any of the products and services, please use our specialized URLs and codes. And we know commercials sometimes are bothersome. We're with you on that one, but they're not that bothersome. We're not a television station. We're not running 12 minutes of commercials every hour.
That's true.
We're just running a few minutes.
They have run a lot. They run a lot.
And the sponsors support the show. They give us a little bit of jingle for our jangle, and we really appreciate you being patient and running with it. We want to keep our content free. We tried to give it away on Patreon for money, and disadvantage TCB. We found that it was not worth it to do an extra hour of the show for $17.50.
Yeah.
So this is just our way. But I wanted to make sure that I mentioned it, and I want to tell you thank you for understanding, and thank you for being a part of the TCB family and understanding that this is the give and take that goes on with the free content. So... Yes. That's it. So go to tcbpodcast.com, at The Commercial Break on Instagram, youtube.com/The Commercial Break on YouTube. Please like and subscribe, rate and review us on your favorite podcasting platform. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you. If you would like your chance to win a Squatty Potty, go to our Instagram for more instructions or go to tcbpodcast.com. Sticker number 2 coming out in December. So make sure you go to tcbpodcast.com to find out how you get your sticker and tell us where to send it. Okay, what else can I do today?
I think that's it, Bryan.
That is it. So I love you.
I love you.
Best to you.
Best to yo.
And best to you out there in the podcast audience. Until next time, we must bid you adieu and say bye.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
2023 was a difficult year for many businesses looking to grow. If you're an entrepreneur or business owner in a B2B setting that's looking to accelerate your revenue in 2024, we can help. Check out sellingwell.com/grow for a free 5-day mini course that will help you elevate your sales game next year. That's sellingwell.com/grow. It's time to get serious about your sales strategy if you want to make 2024 a record year for your business. Just visit sellingwell.com/grow. Check it out today.
The Commercial Break. New episodes on Tuesdays and now Fridays. New YouTube clips drop daily at youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Visit tcbpodcast.com for access to our entire media library. Follow us at The Commercial Break on Instagram. Each episode is written and produced by Bryan Green, co-hosted by Krissy Hoadley, with additional content provided by Tina Cano.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
We all wish we could understand our cats' voices. And thanks to Petivity, we've come one step closer. The Petivity Smart Litter Box Monitor tracks your cat's litter box behavior and weight and alerts you when changes could require a vet visit. Your cats may not be able to tell you everything, but Petivity helps you understand them like never before. Try Petivity risk-free for 90 days at PETIVITY.com. Petivity, proactive care for lifelong health.